Martin's shave tests. Tuesday, and it's the 10th of September. It's been a very strange day. I had some good things, I've had some bad things. Good things, I've just got through the post. From Gary, I've got a wonderful Mastro Livi. I've just dropped it. It is absolutely beautiful. As I expected, it only needed the lightest possible strop. It was hanging hair testing well without being stropped, but I just thought I'd perfect it. So I brought out two others to do a comparison test. And they're of slightly different years of manufacture, and all of which are Mastro Livi. So this is going to be an Italian shave day. So even the brush, even the brush is Italian. This is an Amiga, pure bristle. I assume it's horsey because it doesn't smell of pig. Anyway, we're going to use Cella Red, which is one of my favourite soaps. Cheap, cheerful and very nice. The almond oil in particular is good for the skin. So I'm going to go straight in with that, even though I do have, tell a lie, I do have something a bit special. In fact, I have some Cella gel. So this is a pre-shave. Instead of doing my usual, which is just to do what most of us are now doing, which is a poor man's pre-shave, courtesy of Jacques Dapper Shaves, which is slap on some nice, friendly pre-lather. But this is now going on, it's very cold. Well, it's rather nice actually. So this is the Cella pre-shave gel. How unusual for me to use a pre-shave anything, or a post-shave. Anyway, usual golden rules. To try and dry the fingers before you attempt to shave. A big call out and thank you to all our comrades in arms, all our straight razor shavers, endeavouring to cause our field to grow, to stop people using those ridiculous double-edged things. Anyway, let's try a little bit of this nice Cella. This Cella Red is, I've used this in the past a lot. I've always liked it, but of course I also like experimenting. So let's slap some of this on over the pre-shave gel and see what happens. I've got 3 wonderful Mastro Livis to try today. One from my good friend in America, we did a trade, and it's got a real history behind it. So I'm very, very, very proud of it, very pleased with it. Edgewise, yes, I have to admit, I did have to give it just a touch on the green chromium oxide on the strop, just to bring it up to lethally laser sharp, which it now is. I'd highly recommend, don't take your razors straight back to the stones, chaps. Give them a good light stropping with green locks, the chrome dioxide. I'm a bit knackered at the moment, hence why I'm stumbling over my words more than usual. I took my barber friend Hisham for a quick checkup to the hospital in Chichester, which is always like a silly run at 8 o'clock in the morning. You've got the works traffic. Luckily I've got a blisteringly fast car, and I enjoy a little run out every now and again. Anyway, that'll do me. Let me show you now, if you're interested. Let me show you what it's all about. First of all, I'm going to start off with the smallest. Now this is a beautiful little razor in a beautiful olive box, as you can see. It's a Mastro Livi. It has the more modern lining using rather nasty foam. However, this is quite a dinky razor. I rather like it actually. Coca-Cola wood scales, the usual beautifully made, all in one piece of wood. Isn't that clever? None of you riveting together. One piece of wood with adjustable tension screw. Very, very, very clever. And this one is the usual half to quarter hollow. It's probably a quarter hollow. And of course, it's the famous Mastro Livi steel, which I did make a mistake on before by calling it the wrong steel. In fact, he uses RTL34. But in his videos, he said he used RWL. Big difference, it seems. The RTL34 is in fact a quenchable steel to harden, and the other one isn't. Anyway, who cares? Let's see how this one shaves, first of all. Yeah. It's very quiet because it's quite a thick blade. Yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah, it's very nice. There's a feel to stainless steel. I can't describe it. It's just a little bit different to carbon. Some like it, some don't. Yeah, that's crisp. It's cutting brilliantly. I can't remember. This has got to be like maybe 3 days of stubble, possibly more. No, 3 days, I think. Yeah, it's a very fine shade. Very good indeed. Do forgive the strange camera angles. I've got a new wander lead for my phone, and I haven't yet made peace with it. It's wobbling everywhere. But look at that. Lots and lots and lots and lots of whiskers. That is a lovely little razor. I'd recommend one of these if you can ever get your hands on one. Do remember, Mastro Livi is now, I think, in his 90s, so I don't think he's making any anymore. However, you've seen that one. Now, let me show my other more ancient Mastro Livi. This one came from our very good friend in America, and I've got to say, this one is historic. It's got Inox RWL34 actually on the tang, so you can't mistake what steel it is. It's then, of course, got Mastro Livi, and here's the incredible thing: it's actually got Lynn Abrams engraved by Mastro Livi, actually engraved on the blade. So I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't, but that definitely says Lynn Abrams. This one is in olive wood. This one came from our friend Mr. Madamba, who is a very fine chap and a master shaver. But isn't that a pretty piece of wood? Again, all made from one piece of wood, no pins. So this one I did actually give a touch up. So Jack won't mind, I'm sure. Oh my God, that is beautiful. All it needed was a little touch of the green chrome dioxide on the strop. This is an absolute laser beam. You can hear it cut. Nicholas, better known as Jack, thank you so much. This is a real keeper. This one came in the earlier box, which I'm very pleased with actually. May I just show you, if you're interested, chaps? That one came in a silk lined case, not foam bloody rubber, but only a relatively speaking plain box compared with, I think, the much better later olive wood boxes. However, that's splitting hairs, so to speak. Yeah, what an absolutely gorgeous razor. And this one, as I say, he actually had engraved on the side Inox RWL34. So yeah, why he said the others, I've no idea, but he did. And it is on Mastro Livi's rather strange videos. However, that's a belter. Now, last but not least, I'm going to lather up. I'm going to try Gary's. And this one's got a bit of a story behind it as well. The other one, the Lynn Abrams one, is obviously some years old now, and I have to say, that's the one thing about stainless steel. It only gets better. Bit more lather. We'll go against the grain, across the grain, up the grain, down the grain. These small natural brushes, they feel okay. I mean, it's just, and I had this one long enough so it no longer smells of dead animals. But, and here's the big but, this one takes quite a few months to really soften up and give a decent, as you can say, a decent-ish lather. Whereas a synthetic brush, straight from being brand new, instantly it's there. But yeah, I don't know much about how long it takes to beat the crap out of pig's bristles, but this one I'm pretty certain is horse. I've got to say, it's okay. It just doesn't lather up as well as a synthetic. It is a smaller brush. However, let's do the famous white fingers. And I'm going to now use Gary Haywood's. And this one, again, is in a modern case, foam rubber, yuck. But this one, look at the grain on that. Now that is a work of art. And this one I will never part with. However, I will improve because dear old Mastro Livi, this is about a year ago when Gary got it, it might have been 2 years ago. He made a few little minor slips. Now, if you look at those little engraving patterns, you can see he's well off. So I'm going to remove those and I'm going to put my own on. But as a work of art, again, it's beautiful. It's ebony. And what was rather nice, he's actually inlaid into it, this is Mastro Livi has inlaid into it, a piece of very finely marked wood. That, of course, is almost his trademark, olive wood, signed Mastro Livi, and of course signed on the tang. He's even put the inox, all done by hand. So he's a wonder. Anyway, let's see what happens. Against the grain, Mastro Livi, true 8/8. Yeah, this is a generous 8/8. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Across the grain. Yeah, wonderful. There's some very, very good talented guys out there. Greg did a video, very, very interesting. Greg Gallant. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. If you know how to treat stainless steel, you do get a good shave. I'm not going to do this side, I'm going to reserve that for one of the other razors. Yeah. So that's against the grain, with the grain, as well as across the grain. Absolute perfection. It's rumoured that there are people that still shave with double-edged Gillette style razors. Really? Anyway, it does take a little bit of effort. Not a lot, but it does take a little bit of effort to work up your skills. But that's surely what life's about. Yeah, I'd rather drive a Ferrari than drive, some crappy electric thing. And these are the Ferraris of the shaving world. Sorry to disappoint those that like others, but they are. Anyway, let's go back to this one. This is the very old Mastro Livi. And I gotta say, I just love it. It's a really nice razor. Oh, that's very good. No, this has got the better edge. This is the older one. I'm going to put a tiny bit more lather on. Because I'm enjoying it. I've got to say the Italian shave products, like the Italian razor, are extremely nice. I have no complaints at all. I've got to say, the jimping on this one is nice, simple, straight across jimping. The others, he was getting a bit hesitant, I think, with his engraver. Let's let's just try a little experiment here. Yeah, that gets off every single hair. Yeah, left hand or right hand. You soon get used to using both hands. Nothing to it. I mean, we've all learned to do things like play guitar and drive cars and motorcycles and things. You don't do it overnight. You can pick up a disposable razor, or God help us, a Gillette style, and of course almost instantly. But with one of these, it takes just that little bit of extra work. Left hand or right hand. Oh, this has got an absolutely wonderful, wonderful edge. I think the older Mastro Livis so far, I'd say, have the edge. Excuse the embarrassing pun. Yeah, this is one of the best edges I've come across. It wasn't perfect when I got it from Mr. Madamba. Hope Jack's watching this. But the little tiny few strokes on the green chrome oxide, just to waken it up. I'm not going to do any more. That is good enough, guys. That is, I mean, I think you can take it a bit too far. Trying to go for BBS every time you shave is a little bit silly. Although you can hear this is still cutting stubble, when you put your finger underneath, there's nothing there at all. What you're doing is you're pushing the skin in, causing the stubble to protrude from the skin a little bit more, and then you chop its head off with one of these. So really, it's silly to keep going and going and going, unless you want to go several days without a shave, in which case, yeah, fine. But that is absolutely wonderful. So that's 3 stainless steel Italian Mastro Livi razors tested, and all using Cella products. I'm going to actually now do something even more unusual for me. I'm going to actually go for a post-shave balm. I don't need it because this is really comfortable. I would stress again, the more you shave, the better you get, and you don't need anything really. But isn't that absolutely stunning? He's even signed the scale, but it's been on there for so long now, so many years, you can't really see it. But he has actually put Mastro Livi on this one as well. So let me now on the wash off. The moustache is growing back, as you can see, fiercely. I don't particularly want a moustache. I think it's so exciting to experiment with growing things and trimming them. And now I'm going to use, this is the Cella Balsamo dopo barba aftershave balm. Looks good stuff to me. Because I've gone over my mush several times with extraordinarily sharp razors, you do get a very, very slight feeling that it might benefit from a little bit of balm. So this particular balm is a very pleasant yellow colour. Oh, it's got that lovely Italian aroma. They are clever chaps, aren't they? That is absolutely superb. So I'll put a couple of still photos up on a couple of our shave groups just to show what I've been up to. Yeah, it feels just a little bit slimy now. I'm not used to putting post-shave balms on. But I've got to say, let that soak in. I'm sure I'll have baby smooth skin. But at the moment, would I recommend using stainless steel? Only if you know what you're doing, because it is different to carbon. And it does take a little bit of tickling. As I say, it feels different when you're stropping. It feels different when you're shaving. Not hugely, but if in doubt, a little bit of the old, where are we? See if I can dig it out for you. A little bit of that, that's all it takes. The chromium oxide pastes, I believe, are rated around the sort of 30,000 grit. So it does actually just very gently sharpen up an edge without going crazy. A little bit of stropping on leather and canvas after that, and it splits hairs like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, chaps, that's it. You've had quite enough of me. It's 20 minutes. I'm terribly sorry. So, Martins, shave tests. I do steel. That's about all I do, really. See you again soon, I hope. Thank you for subscribing. More call outs another day. I'm bloody knackered today. I've been driving 80 miles an hour up and down the motorway. Anyway, enough about me. Have a wonderful late afternoon. See you all soon. Bye for now.